Thank you for joining us today for the user creation tutorial for administrators. This video will explain the options available to administrators for creating and maintaining user accounts in the web console. Let's get started. There are three primary ways users can be created in the web console. Number one is SMTP discovery, the default setting that allows users to be discovered automatically based on daily email volume. 2 is manual user creation, and 3 is directory synchronization, the focus of this tutorial. For more information about SMTP discovery and manual user creation, please refer to the core and outbound filtering activation tutorial for administrators. In order to configure the system to synchronize with your directory, log into the console and navigate to the Sync Setup page here. Fill in the fields in the Directory Settings section with the information from your Active Directory. Use the Help button for details on field descriptions. The Advanced Settings section is only used if you have a custom deployment of AD. Click the Test Settings button. If the test was successful, the Save button will activate. Click Save. If the test failed, an error message indicating the problem will be provided. Before enabling automatic synchronization and approval, it is important to manually sync and approve the proposed changes at least 2 to 3 times to confirm accuracy. To do so, go to the User Synchronization page here. Click Request Sync. It may take a few moments for the request to finish. You may want to click Sync again to update the sync status. When complete, a status area will indicate that new user synchronization data is available, and the Review button will activate. Upon clicking Review, you are presented with the proposed console changes, arranged in 7 categories by tabs, which can be approved or rejected. Details about the definitions of each tab and what it means to approve those changes can be found by clicking the Help button. When approving the proposed changes, Active Directory always overwrites the console, never the reverse. Once approved or rejected, you can review the sync history by clicking on Sync again, then on one of the recorded transactions. This serves as a historical record of synchronization events, both automatic and manual, which can be downloaded here. Accepting changes may result in the modification of the account's status and/or type. An account may have an active, inactive, or protected status. Active status is given to any new user upon creation, regardless of the creation method. Users with this status are added as an ungrouped user with the role of user. Messages for active users are filtered by the default policy settings in the console. Inactive status is given to accounts listed under the Delete Records tab when approving proposed changes after a sync request. To make these users active again, the admin must manually change the role in the console here, or must add that user to Active Directory. Mail is still processed for inactive users, but accounts are not accessible via the console until they are changed to an active or protected status. Protected status can be manually given to primary user accounts that need console access but don't have a corresponding AD account, or are primary user accounts that should not be deleted from the console if they are removed from AD. Protected users can only be deactivated manually in the console. In other words, giving this status to a user exempts them from any action requested by the synchronization. Protected users can only be deleted using the Delete button in the User Details area. An account may also have a user or distribution list type. A user is a primary account that is identified as a user in Active Directory. When synced, the account inherits a status of active, a role of user, is ungrouped, and follows the default email policy in the console. A distribution list is a primary account that is identified as a distro list in AD. When synced, it follows the same status, role, group, and email policy as a user, but it cannot log into the console. Changing the status and type of an account can be performed by clicking Edit on the User Details page, then using the drop menus. After manually synchronizing accounts, you can go back to Sync Setup and enable automatic synchronization and approval here. Exception notifications can be enabled here. These notifications are sent to distribution lists that can be configured here. This concludes the user creation tutorial for administrators. If you have questions or need additional information, please consult the online help within each page or contact the support team.